What's been the best part about being at this festival so far?
Well, the weather yesterday was good. Not so good today, but no, it was my first time in Monaco, so it's beautiful. It's been lovely to be here.
Now, tell me about adapting Hilary Mantel's novels. Was it intimidating at all, adapting such a successful author?
No, strangely it wasn't. It should have been. Maybe it was a case of fools rushing in where angels fear to tread. I loved the books. I just really loved the books and felt very connected to them early on. So, I mean, it was a complicated adaptation. We had to kind of take the novel apart and put it together in a slightly different way. Condense a lot, obviously. It's two huge books in the end. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it felt kind of easy and fun.
Was there a hardest part to adapt, and if so, what was that?
The first episode structurally was tricky. You had to get over a lot of backstory and a lot of sort of exposition, and that's always hard. So yeah, that was a tricky one, the first one. But once we'd broken that, the rest was kind of much more of a linear storytelling. So that felt a lot easier.
Were you on the set very much when you were shooting?
No. I mean, generally, I think I'm only on the set if something's going horribly wrong. So luckily that didn't happen. So no, I just had a little visit. They all had a tough time because they were shooting in the summer, and it was for once in England it was quite a hot summer, and of course they're all in Tudor robes with a lot of fur, so they were all sweating in caravans, blessed them for months. So luckily I didn't have to do any of that.
What was it like for you as a writer to see your words coming out of the mouths of actors like Damian Lewis or Mark Rylance?
We knew we wanted Mark Rylance early on because, especially then, he was known as one of the great theatre actors, but the British sort of television audience didn't really know him. He hadn't done a lot of television or films. It's changed now. So we knew we wanted Mark, and we waited a year for him because he had commitments. So we just put the whole thing on hold for a year. And it was worth it because you had that sense of, one of the great actors in the world, but who was an unknown, like Cromwell, someone who could come in and sort of grow and rise through the ranks. So it was fantastic. I mean, we had a marvellous cast.
What do you think it is about that Tudor period that people today still find so fascinating?
It's interesting, with historical drama, I kind of think you're never really writing about that period. You're always writing about your own world, and if it works, that's why people are connecting to it, because in some way it speaks about our lives. And it's a way of sort of examining our own kind of world now more closely in a way than if you did a contemporary drama in some ways. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like you come at it from a slightly different angle. And a lot of those things are still there. It's about sex, it's about power, it's about relationships, it's about how many compromises you make, how power corrupts. All the things that are very obviously evident in the world around us now. So, yeah, it's just to tap into people's concerns about life now.
Is there a secret to writing a good TV show, or do you have any tips you could give someone?
I have no tips, but if I did, I would always get it right, and I'm sure I'm not going to always get it right. Well, one tip is, if you're working with material as good as those books, then that's a pretty good start.